Hello, and welcome to episode 104 of Prog Review. And if you haven't read the description, I'm talking about Platinum by Mike Oldfield, the Deluxe Edition 2012 Stereo Remaster new release doohickey. Oh yes. Not bothered writing any notes because I'm bored, and I thought I'd just fly it by the seat of my pants and just see where this goes. So anyway, Mike Oldfield, Platinum, released in 23rd of November 1979, I believe, originally. For some of us, it was the theme tune to BBC TV quiz show for kids, Top Class. Oh yeah, late 80s. I remember it, do you? Debbie Greenwood. Oh yes. But I digress. Platinum marks a departure from his previous albums after Incantations and the extended double LP. The 4 tracks over two albums. Oldfield settled down into what I'd call his, second period, where he'd do one side of long songs and more popular, shorter material on the other side, proper instrumental songs rather than it being extended pieces. You'll get me drift when I talk about this record. I'm not feeling very eloquent, I must admit. But anyway, this is the new reissue. It starts off obviously with Platinum, which did take up the whole of side 1. And it's divided into 4 sections. First section is Airborne. Second section is Platinum itself. Third section is Charleston, and the fourth is North Star Platinum Finale. If you've not heard it, we go on a little journey. Airborne is kind of synthy based, chimey guitars. Platinum, standard Oldfield fare. Charleston, bit of fun. He has a bit of humour in it, and what I always find interesting is the final part, which he uses Philip Glass's North Star as the vocal chant, and what one could call a gateway song into you getting into Philip Glass and proper music rather than this old toss. If you listen to North Star by Philip Glass and listen to this, you can see how Mike Oldfield was influenced by that, obviously, so much so that he reused it. Flip it over, well, not in this case, Woodhenge, which is an ambient piece, spooky. Quite a departure from Mike Oldfield. It's not really a tune per se, it's more of a soundscape, and it's again completely unlike. He kind of revisits that with the Killing Field soundtrack. It's kind of very different for him. This goes into Wonderland, which I always find has lots of humour. It's a vocal song. Again, what you're seeing is him actually tackling vocal songs. He has guest singers, and again, he's got this kind of pop sensibility he's started to cultivate. This is followed by Punkadiddle, again another humorous piece. Some say it's his reaction to punk rock. Who knows? Only Mike knows. But it's good fun anyway. Especially, I always imagine, little dwarf creatures dancing at one stage, going, "Oi!" Got to hear it to believe it. And finally, a cover of Gershwin's "I've Got Rhythm," or "I Got Rhythm," which is nice enough. The new remaster is really, I like this album. It's one of my favourites. I like this period. I like this and QE2. They're very good. I think they're underrated albums. Everyone's focused on the first 3, and I think these 2 are good. But I'm talking about Platinum. But the remaster, everything sounds really sparkly and clear. It just sounds. It needed it. It's one of those times where it actually did need it. The original CD version always sounded, a little bit muddy to me, and didn't. Not that I had anything to compare it to. I listened. My introduction was via cassette and the CD, so it felt like it needed this modern take, as it were. There are 3 bonus tracks. There's a Platinum live studio tracking bit, which is all right. You get to hear how the band fit together, because there's not so much soloing for Oldfield. It's almost like it's a backing track for him. Then you've got the North Star section, of Platinum, which is kind of extended and remixed, and the voices are cued differently. And I really like what he's done with it. It's kind of familiar but different, and it's almost like one of those remixed B-sides from the late 80s. John Patoka, who remembers him? So yeah, I quite like that, because I got to hear that album, that part of the album in a slightly different way, so it was good. And finally we have Blue Peter, which is his theme from the children's programme of the same name. Now I actually remember when he appeared on Blue Peter and talked about his recording of that. I actually remember that because I used to watch Blue Peter. Don't worry, I also used to watch ITV as well. I wasn't one of those posh kids. I used to, watch everything because I'm addicted to television. Oh, email. Now, with this extended edition, you get a second disc, which is a live disc of him and the band performing at Wembley Arena, 29th of May 1980. You get Platinum, Punkadiddle, I've Got Rhythm, Polka, Incantations, Tubular Bells Part 2, Guilty / Tubular Bells Part 1 ending or finale, Blue Peter, Portsmouth and William Tell Overture. It's about 1 hour, 19 minutes just on the one disc. I mean, it's good. Again, I'm not the greatest fan of live albums, but it gives a representation of what went on. Sounds okay. Can't really comment more on it. It's all right. Now I'm going to moan because what I wanted was the 5.1 remix, like we got with Tubular Bells, Ergus Ridge, and Omadorn, and a part of Incantations. I was hoping with these latter albums that they'd have all the access to the masters and the original tracks, that they'd be able to do a proper 5.1. Because again, Platinum Suite really would lend itself well to that mix, especially with all the parts that crop up. But alas, it wasn't to happen. So I was kind of disappointed with that. Yeah. The booklet's good. You get an essay talking about the history of the album. That's very insightful. Some pictures. If you haven't seen it, I've done an unboxing. If you want to see the unboxing, you got to press this button here. Or click it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's good. So you can look at the unboxing, and that's it really. So in terms of rating, I mean, I like the album, so I'm kind of biased with it anyway. I'm gonna knock a point off because there's no 5.1 mix. Again, when they say deluxe, I kind of got used to, this is it. It's like, going around someone's house, they cook you a nice meal, and then you go around and they serve you, I don't know, a cheese and onion crisp sandwich. It's like that. So I would have liked the 5.1. So I'm knocking a point off. So I'm going to give this 4 Charlestons out of 5. That's 4 Charlestons out of 5. I mean, if you haven't got the album, it's the best version to get because you get the extra disc. Or, of course, you've got the first 6 album box set that's just come out. And if you really want to save some money, you might want to pick that up because you still get the remastered disc with the extra tracks. You just don't get the live material. So, you've got a choice. Too much choice. So that's that. I'll be doing QE2 next, and then I'll be talking about the box set. So there you go. That's it really. So anyway, my name's been Darren Rock. I've been burbling on about Platinum, the 2012 Deluxe Edition remaster from Michael Oldfield. And thanks for tuning in. Only one more thing to say. Prog on. Email.